Hunter x Hunter has made me experience every emotion out there, be it happiness, sadness, anger, gay. But I've been thinking, when did Hunter x Hunter become a masterpiece to me? And surprisingly, it's very early on. But I didn't realize it when I first read it. It was until I was way older when I reread Hunter x Hunter, and seeing this moment blows my mind. And the moment I'm talking about is Kurapika saying he's been blessed with good friends in episode 55 / chapter 108. And I'm not just saying this because Kurapika's a twink. To explain in a simple way why that simple scene is what made it a masterpiece is looking at it like this. Togashi is gone. In Kurapika's words, amazing. No matter what restrictions are set down, he always thinks around them. That's who Togashi is when it comes to his writing, and that Kurapika scene of him saying he's been blessed with good friends is an example of that. As a mangaka, there are so many restrictions when it comes to writing, and one thing I noticed many manga / anime do when it comes to the revenge type characters like Kurapika, they fall down this path that makes them more isolated towards their friends. But Togashi somehow finds a way around that, and instead he makes Kurapika's bond with his friends even stronger in his revenge character arc. Hell, even his friends out here wanting to help in his revenge. Now I'm not saying just because Togashi does something others don't do is what makes it special or a masterpiece, but rather it's the fact that Togashi is somehow able to not betray his characters, betray who Kurapika is at his core, a very kind and caring person, and due to experiencing that immense loss, he doesn't want to inflict that pain to innocent strangers no matter what. And Togashi isn't writing scenarios where he makes Kurapika a more colder, darker person that is willing to sacrifice anything for his revenge. In fact, every scene where one would expect Kurapika to become a darker person is instead used to highlight and display how kind Kurapika is. Like when he fought Uvo, he felt disgusted with his actions, with what he was doing, and wanted to understand how Uvo can do this type of stuff and feel nothing. And that's what Togashi does throughout the entire story. He writes around all these walls that don't betray his characters. It's not that Togashi is trying to be unique, where he wants to do what other authors don't do, but rather it's what his characters don't do. To go back to the scene of Kurapika saying he's been blessed with good friends, this was the moment where I realized Togashi really is committing to his characters and letting them decide where his story will go, as they are alive and dictate the story. And that's what this moment made me realize, that Hunter x Hunter is a masterpiece. Kurapika expressing how much he truly loves them all and is not going to throw them under the bus to accomplish his revenge, but rather he is getting on that boat with his friends, where if one sinks, they all sing, as he truly means it when he says he will have no regrets if one of them ends up revealing his secret. And this type of writing can be found throughout all the story. For example, Gon, he also goes through a revenge arc, and guess what? He doesn't go down the Kurapika route, but instead is very in line with his character, where he is willing to do anything and sacrifice everything. Togashi doesn't betray Gon's character by making him this really mature person out of nowhere that's very understanding of his feelings and revenge. He's a kid, and Togashi wrote him like a kid who just experienced this and not knowing how to process this, which led to him lashing out not just to his enemy but his friend. All these characters are alive, and that's what makes Hunter x Hunter a masterpiece. These characters choosing their own path. There are many other scenes I will also say made Hunter x Hunter a masterpiece, such as Meruem and Komugi's final moments, the entire Gon and Pito situation. But I wanted to talk about that Kurapika scene, as that was the first moment for me. I'm interested in seeing what others think, and what moment in Hunter x Hunter made you consider Hunter x Hunter a masterpiece.